I'm Lindsay, and we are here at Writing Room talking to Andy Peterson, whose debut novel comes out September of 2008, First to Kill. Do you want to tell us a little bit about your novel?
Yes, it's about a former Marine Corps sniper and CIA operative who's been called out of retirement to determine the fate of a missing FBI agent and recover a bunch of missing plastic explosives.
You have to be super psyched, this being your first novel.
It's very exciting. My life has changed substantially after I made this sale. I always tell people, be careful what you wish for. I think the hardest thing for me at this point is finding the time to continue writing because I'm busy with so many other things.
When did you make the sale, and how did it all come about?
It was really interesting. I learned from Gail Lenz at Santa Barbara that the average is 10 years and 6 manuscripts. Well, I'm a little behind the curve on that one. I worked for 17 years and about 7 manuscripts. But I didn't really get serious with writing until in 2005, when I attended my first writers' conference. I started in 1990, and I realized after going to that first writers' conference I was doing a lot of things wrong. So those aspiring writers out there who want to attend the conferences, I really encourage that.
So this was your 7th manuscript?
Yes, I had shelved a manuscript previous to this one with the same main character because I got a referral from Ridley Peterson on the Alaskan cruise in 2005 to contact his editor, Ed Stackler, who's an absolutely fabulous editor. He works with Greg Iles and Ridley Peterson and David Dunn and actually Gail Lenz. And he read my manuscript that I'd sent him and said, Andy, there's good news and bad news. The good news is you write very well, but the bad news is this plot is absolutely terrible, it won't work, and you're going to have to write another book. So okay, that's easy, right? No, so I did. I shelved it and then started work on this latest one, First to Kill. It took about a year to write and then about another 2 or 3 months to edit and polish it.
So you actually, after you rewrote this manuscript, you went back to the same editor, and how long did it take from that point to publication?
Well, when we finished the manuscript and it was ready to be submitted to an agent, we submitted it to an agency in New York, and we actually got the first agent we submitted it to, which was fabulous. I mean, it was a very nervous time. And the book was shopped to the big 8, the big hardcover houses, and the rejections were filtering back from that. And so it was kind of a low time for me. I was thinking, well, what am I going to do? You know, we're not getting published. We have this fabulous New York agent, and it's not selling. And so after that, it was about 4 months, and then we decided that my agent said, well, I don't know what else to do for you. We're finished at this point. And I said, well maybe we should try some smaller houses, some intermediate houses. And he says, well, you know, I don't think you're really well served by that. And so I went back to Ed Stackler and I said, well, what do we do, Ed? I says, well, Andy, I know this guy over at Dorchester, and I've worked with him when he used to be at NAL. Let's send it to him and see what happens. And we did, and I'm really surprised. I got a call 6 days later from the executive editor, Don Diori at Dorchester, saying, Andy, we love this book and we want to publish it. Fortunately, the couch was nearby, and I kind of sank into it. Not a man to be too emotional, but that was a good moment for me. But we went back to my agent, and I said, I've got this deal. Do you want to represent it? And he really wasn't too interested in doing that. I like him. He's a great guy. I have a lot of respect for him, but it just wasn't a good fit. So I pursued another agent and got that one, and that's where I am today. So it's a very interesting roller coaster ride, one might say. There's a lot of highs and a lot of lows.